Been involved in a drug program called PADA, which is Pharmacists Against Drug Abuse. We started a pilot program back east. And after I initiated the program, I came back and wrote a 2-hour show with Matthew Laberto, who played Albert on the show. He was a wonderful young actor. Because I wanted to do a show to try to reach children, young kids, when you can still get something accomplished. Too Lucy.
No.
Don't you lie to me, Albert.
Lie to you about what?
About the morphine.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Talking about the morphine that you took from Dr. Baker. Now, don't lie to me. You took it, didn't you? Didn't you?
Yes! I took it.
How long you been taking it?
I don't know.
How long?
A few months.
How much? Once a day, twice a day, how much?
I don't know. Once in a while.
Why? Why?
What do you care?
What do I care? You're my son. I love you.
Then why'd you bring me back here?
To try and help you.
You were gonna leave me here.
That's not true.
Yes, it is! You can leave me here. You want me to tell the truth, but you don't.
All right. All right, I was gonna leave you here. But I wanted to get you out of that city. I wanted to get you away from people like the Morgans. I swear to you, I did it because I love you. No more running, son. No more.
Let me go.
No!
No!
We're going back! We're going back!
No. Listen. Take me to Doc Baker's. He's got some...
No!
Mom, please. I'll die if I don't.
You'll die if you don't stop!
Why are you doing this to me?
I didn't do this to you, you did! I didn't put that poison in you, you did! You understand, you did!
Mom, please.
And you can cry, and you can beg, and you can plead! But it's not gonna work! Not with me. Not with me.
I remember the one thing that stuck out in my mind is you always wanted to please this man so much, you know? You always wanted to do your best work. And it was so important to look over at him when the scene was done, and he was always there, you know, just saying, good job. It was just, you know, it was just nice. He'd come over and give you a hug and whisper in your ear, good job, you know, I'm proud of you, whatever. And then, okay, next scene.
The Fighter. That was my favorite show of all the Little Houses that I did. It was a story about a man who had been a fighter. He was over the hill. He was on his way down. I don't often talk about myself, about my work, or that sort of thing, how it comes across, because that's the eye of the beholder. But doing that particular show and telling that particular story, Michael, he directed the hell out of that. I'm glad you didn't see it tonight. I don't know what happened. I caught a punch early. I couldn't get my head clear. It could have gone the other way Easy enough. Just not my night.
Oh, stop it. I swear, after every fight, it gets just a little bit worse.
It ain't so. I'm groggy from the fight.
Oh, that's a lie. That's a lie.
No, it ain't.
Then read it. Remember how you always used to read the Bible to me, Joe, before every fight? Go on, Joe.
I'm tired.
Read it.
The thoughts of death accomplished me. The pains of hell got hold upon me. I found sorrow and trouble. Did I call upon Jade? I can't understand me. I can't.
It's all right. It's all right. You know I didn't want to hurt you. But you got to stop now. You can't go on fighting.
I have to. It's what I do.
No, but you can't do it anymore.
That's what I do. It's all I can
No,
do.
honey, you can go out and you can get yourself a regular job.
Doing what?
Anything. Anything. Anything is better than this. Killing yourself night after night. Promise me, Joe, you'll go out and you'll look for a job tomorrow. Promise me, Joe. Joe, I swear, if you don't promise me, I will leave you, and the boy will go with me. Joe.
Okay.
One of the scripts that was perhaps my favorite, I had talked to him about a storyline of development for the boys, where the boys would be kind of going through a transition period and given a test to prove that they were old enough now to be considered adults. Took on something my pa said I wasn't ready for. Spent 3 days and 3 nights out there all alone. You know, I don't have to tell you that those were 3 of the longest, loneliest nights of my life. Something about being out there all alone in the wilderness. Michael turned the story a little bit and said, but why not add this element of allowing the fathers to follow the boys to check up on them and allow the fathers to get in all the trouble, which is what happened.
We can make it now. We can make it. They're good. Let's go.
Let's eat some of those berries and then follow them.
Yeah.
Come on. My stomach. Oh, berries. Berries. Berries.
Them two didn't leave much, did they?
We'll split it.
Can you believe it? Why, they're 2 little men.
Hungry ones, too.
Yep, there's hungry, all right.
How would you like a little dessert?
Wait till those two finish eating all that food. If they can't pay for it, they're going to be in a mess of trouble.
Yeah, I hope they call the law and put a little fear of God in them. Yeah. It'll still work out perfect, though. We'll let him spend the night in jail. We can come in tomorrow and tell him that we heard and came on the stage. In the meantime, we can get us a warm bed and get out of this rain and get some food. I'm hungry.
Right, that'll teach him a lesson. How much money did you bring?
For what?
For the bed and the food. How much money did you bring? You did bring money.
Charles, I thought you had some money.
I didn't bring any money.
People always ask me, what was Michael Landon really like? The first thing that comes to mind is his incredible sense of humor. Mike loved to make people laugh.
Carolyn? I ran in a track. I hurt myself bad.
Okay, we're rolling.
It's really dark in this churn, Carolyn.
Patrick, you've got to eat something.
My name is Andrew.
You're right, Andrew. Oh, you're burning up.
Your hand is like ice. We're all sick, Charles.
Take an enema.
You absolute klutz.
You went that bad, Joe.
I thought she was gone. Nag, nag, nag. Why don't you mind your own business?
You gotta look on the bright side. Just think what a big meal we'll have tonight when we eat that sucker.
I thought you'd killed another one. He's gonna get in the end.
Calf was an extra bonus because it was too young to leave its mother.
Now there'll be milk for the children.
I don't care about the children,
Butter.
Carol. I'm fed up with the kids.
You all right?
Oh, my butt. 14 years on Bonanza. It still hurts when I ride.
Like the old saying, all great things must come to an end. And so did our 10-year run on Little House.
What good is it to worry about something that is past when we have the future to look to?
No, Lassiter's got the future. He moves in here and runs the businesses that we've sweated over for years.
Well, why let him? There's something we can do. I got mad today. Really mad. And you know what I did? I busted some windows. Yeah, it may sound silly. Well, maybe it is. But they were our windows, and he's not gonna get them. He owns the land. We'll let him have it. But he's gonna have an awful lot of fixing up to do before he starts running our boarding house.
Listen here. You want to do more than bust a couple of windows? I got a wagon at my place loaded to the gills with dynamite for the mine.
When it was all over, when all of the buildings, which had become a second home, not only to me, but to millions of fans all over the world, were gone. And when everyone else had gone home, I remember Mike took me in his arms. I was crying, and he put my head on his chest, and he said, "Don't worry, kid. It's not the end. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning."
Oh, Jonathan, you gotta sit down and watch this. I was a teenage werewolf. Oh, I love horror films. He killed her. You know, the guy in this film reminds me a lot of you. I mean when he's a regular guy, not when he's got the hair all over his face. Come on, Jonathan, why don't you sit down and watch this? We don't have an assignment. Let's just take it easy. Hey, buddy, is there something wrong? Get yourself together. It's a dream. That's all. It's a dream. It's a dream. It's not a dream. No, Jonathan, please. Mark. No, Mark, Jonathan, please. Jonathan, wake Jonathan, please. Wake up. Jonathan.
Take it easy. You're having a dream. You all right?
Yeah. That was some dream. I mean, it was real.
It's the sandwich.
What?
The sandwich, the submarine sandwich. You can't eat like that before you go to sleep. Hey, I warned you.
Oh, that's right, you did. I mean, it was real, Jonathan. It was just like in the movies. Well, except you were older. You're like a middle-aged werewolf.
Why did you have to put it that way?
By the time my dad made Highway to Heaven, he was at the height of his career and his creative powers, and he was ready to do a different kind of show. In Bonanza, he was the feisty, hot-tempered little brother, and in Little House on the Prairie, he portrayed the prototype of the American pioneer father, and the shows dealt with every aspect of the American life. But with Highway to Heaven, he was about to do a show which would reflect his feelings of man and God, man and man, and man and the environment.
Easy, take it easy. I'm not gonna hurt you. Take it easy, you're okay.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know.
Doesn't look like he got hung up in telephone wires or anything.
No, something else is happening here. Dead.
I bet you're wondering who I am and what I'm doing here. You're wondering that, aren't you? Well, I've been elected by the birds of Rose Beach to be their spokesman. Of course, they wanted to speak for themselves, but they couldn't. You know why? Because they're dead. They're dead. And these are only the beginning. I'm talking about groundwater contamination, and the source of that contamination is Drake Technologies.
Why don't you fly back to your nest, you kook? There's nothing wrong with our plant.
There's a lot wrong with this plant. And these birds are only the beginning. Only the beginning. The weak are always the first to die. Small animals, birds, And your babies. And then your elderly. It's contamination that's killing them. And where's it gonna stop? Or has it started with you already? Look at you all looking at me like I'm a fool. Why worry about this, huh? Worry about the important things. Worry about the bomb. Oh, we're gonna be killed by the bomb. But let me tell you, none of you are gonna die from the bomb. You'll be dead long before that because you're killing yourselves.
Hey, friend.
Yeah?
You parked in a handicap zone.
So what?
So it's there for a reason.
Look, mister, it really isn't any of your business where I park.
Yeah, well, I think it is my business if you're breaking the law.
Well, maybe you want to make me move my car. Come on, do you?
No.
Anybody in here own that blue Chevrolet parked out front?
Yeah, I do. Why?
You better see for yourself, pal.
What's going on? I just parked it. It was fine.
You parked it in the handicap zone?
Yeah, 2 minutes ago.
Then I'm gonna have to write you up.
Michael had written this kind of hard-hearted, flinty, pessimistic New York, big-time New York City columnist who had seen it all and had gotten a little kind of calloused about humanity, about mankind, just a little calloused about it.
How'd you know I'd come here? There were only about 50,000 places I could have gone.
He is an angel, Mr. Bassinger.
Oh, of course he is.
Here's your soda, Mr. Bassinger.
Thanks. Hey, see this guy here? He's an angel.
Like I said, Mr. Bassinger, any friend of yours is a friend of mine. What do you have, fellas?
Tell you what, why don't you bring some sandwiches and coffee to the guys outside? Tell them it was your idea.
Hey, if it was my idea, I don't need your money.
An act of charity. Back then, you were an angel.
Why, it's not possible.
Let's say it's not probable.
Miracles are never probable.
Miracles, guys, please. I'm not buying.
Mr. Bassinger, that's why we're here. I mean, that's why he's here.
Because I don't believe in miracles.
No, it's because you've lost hope, Jim.
Thanks, Ed. Oh, what a Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Bert. And God bless you, my friend.
God bless you.
There was a scene in All the Colors of the Heart where I'm supposed to be a terrific blind basketball player. Odd, you say? Not for Michael Landon. I made the mistake of telling him I could shoot baskets, and he said, oh, fine, let's put it in the episode. So we go out to practice before the actual shot, and I hit 10 out of the first 16. I mean, I was Magic Johnson. I was unconscious. Now, Michael called action. I missed the first one. Action. I missed the second one. At 18, he was still calling action, and I was still missing. So now he decided to kind of turn the needle up on me. He said, you know, Tom, it's getting pretty expensive. I shoot, miss. Gee, he said, you know, I could have hired Stevie Wonder for this. I miss. Could have hired Ray Charles. I miss. Could have hired Jose Feliciano. I miss. Could have hired Ronnie Millsap. I miss. Geez, he said, I'm getting pretty desperate. He said, I could have hired George Shearing. I miss. He said, I'm out of blind people. I could go out and hire Marley Matlin. And I absolutely swished it, and that's what you see on camera.
I haven't done too much straight dramatic acting in my life. Mostly I've done light comedy. And there was a scene where a street lady a bag lady, really, is accidentally killed during a robbery. And she dies in my arms. And it was very hard for me to do, very difficult. You know, I felt very strong. It was well written, and the actress was wonderful, but I hadn't done that kind of a heavy thing very much. And Michael made me feel so relaxed about it and so confident. We did one take, and it was perfect. And I looked up, and Michael had tears in his eyes.
Lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, pray the Lord my soul to...
Ready? Aim. Fire.
Well, there's a scene about a man whose son was gone, and no one cared about his son, and his son was a hero, and this man fought to bring his son's memory back to people's attention. And Michael used that. One of my favorite scenes in that is at the end, when I'm sitting in this B-25 plane.
Johnny,
How you doing, Ted?
what is this?
Your last mission.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about touching the face of God.
You mean that I...
Yeah.
That there is something. There is.
You bet there is. Come on, let's go.
Check.
like this. I mean, this old crater. Oh, yeah. I guess I gotta go the rest of the way all alone.
What are you talking about alone?